Hello there, how are you today? I hope all of you be fine. First of all, I want to introduce myself to you. I am Miss Bushra Sabri, an English teacher, and I am going to teach you this subject Sober Goal 5. So, our book is Sober Goal, not other subject. In our first semester for the third class intermediate grade, which will be prepared and presented by me. Our lesson for today is Unit 2, Life Stories. Listen and discuss and grammar. Now let's together begin our lesson for today. Are you ready? That's great. Today students will be able to discuss some stories of different people in the news. Talk about past actions related in our lives. Use simple past tense, yes, no questions, short answers, information questions in instruction. Use be-parent expressions with the passive. Use used to affirmative, negative, and questions in instruction. Use time expressions for the past. Okay, before listening, let's discuss this question. Do you read the newspapers? They are newspapers. Do you read them? Okay, there are lots of newspapers in our country. There are Arabic newspapers like Uqad, Al Watan, Al Madina, Riyadh, and etc. And in another side we have English newspapers. One of them is Saudi Gazette. But the important question here is, do you like them? Do you read them? Okay. People in the news. Here we have a newspaper. And this is a topic in this newspaper. But what does it mean? It means some events of people's life, either those people famous or unfamous. Do you have a people in the news column in your local newspaper or magazine? Yes, I have. Excellent, great answer. Okay. What kind of information does it include? What kind of information does this column, people in the news, include? Yes, great answer. It includes some events in people's life. It includes some events in people's life. That's great. Okay, now let's listen to some life stories in other people, then discuss the events which happened in their lives.
People in the news. The gift of life. Trent Olson donated blood for the 100th time on Wednesday, June 23rd. Trent made his first donation at the Red Crescent Mobile Blood Donor Clinic when he was in his 20s. He said, "It started when some colleagues and I saw the mobile clinic parked outside our office. We all decided to give blood. I continued regularly after that because I thought it was the right thing to do. I didn't have a lot of money for charity, so it was my way of helping others." Every 8 weeks, Trent makes his next appointment to give blood at the Fairview Clinic. One donation can save up to 3 lives. Thank you, Trent.
Okay, because Trent Olson hasn't a lot of money, he decided to give blood because he thought that thing is right thing to do. So every 8 weeks he makes his next appointment to give blood. He donated every 8 weeks because one donation can save up to 3 lives. One donation can save up to 3 lives. That's a great done. That's a great work. Okay, here we have an evaluation. 5 words in the text that mean give to charity. Give to charity. Excellent. Donated. That's great. Donated blood. An arrangement to meet. An arrangement to meet. Yes, great. Appointment. Excellent. Why did Trent continue to give blood? He thought it was the right thing to do to donate blood. How often does Trent give blood? He gives blood every 8 weeks. Thank you so much. Okay, now let's continue to listen other story.
Athlete of the Year. Congratulations to Ahmed Jamal, who was awarded Athlete of the Year for his outstanding leadership in sports. Ahmed, 16, received the award from the school principal in a ceremony at King Fahad High School on Monday evening. His story. Ahmed was born with a crippling disease that made it difficult for him to walk. But that didn't stop him from playing his favorite sport, football. Ahmed explained, "I used to love watching AFC games, and my older brother, Ali, played football in high school. When I was 12, he taught me to play in the park. My family really encouraged me, so I got in touch with other kids like me, and we formed a team. Ahmed and his team compete in the Special Olympics Junior League. He is team captain and this year's highest scorer. Ahmed is an example to all young athletes."
Even though was Ahmed born with a crippling disease, he became the captain of his team, and his team compete in the Special Olympics Junior League. That's a great work. Now 5 words in the text that mean excellent. Let's go back. Excellent means excellent, outstanding. Yes, great answer. Outstanding means excellent. Okay, supported someone to succeed. Encouraged, that's great. Okay, who encouraged Ahmed? His friends or his family? Yes, that's nice, his family. Okay, why was it difficult for Ahmed to walk? What about with his healthy? Yes, a great answer, because he was born with a crippling disease. Who taught Ahmed to play football? His friends or his brother? Yeah, fantastic. Ahmed's brother Ali taught him how to play football. Thank you for helping. Okay, now let's listen to the third story.
Blue flag for sunset. Over 100 employees from local hotels and restaurants gathered at Sunset Beach again on Tuesday for a cleanup operation. The employees combed the beach for plastic bottles, bags, cans, and other litter. Last year, hotel and restaurant owners in the community decided to take responsibility for keeping the beach clean. Their efforts are a big success, and Sunset Beach was awarded the Blue Flag by the Foundation for Environmental Education.
Okay, in the last year, the owners of hotel and restaurant decided to take responsibility for keeping the beach clean. For that, they awarded the Blue Flag. The Sunset Beach was awarded the Blue Flag. I think that's a great work. When they gathered to this operation, a cleanup operation. Okay, 5 words in the text that mean got together, met. Excellent, gathered is amazing. Why did the employees gather at the beach? For any operation? Yes, they gathered at the beach, Sunset Beach, for a cleanup operation. Excellent, amazing answer. Now let's continue to listen to the last story in a newspaper.
Newborn. David and Marianne Taylor are the proud parents of twins. Linda and Jenny were born at Newton Maternity Hospital on Monday, June 21st. Mother and infants are in good health. We wish the parents and the babies all the best.
Okay, they are Linda and Jenny. They are Linda and Jenny. They are twins. They are twins. Okay. 5 words in the text that mean a baby. Excellent, newborn, and invent. Okay, when were the twins born? When were the twins born? The correct answer. They were born on Monday, June 21st. In Monday, June 21st. Excellent. Thank you so much. Now let's move on to the second section of our lesson is grammar. There are 3 main verb tenses in grammar: past, present, future. Today we will learn how to express events which happened in the past. So, our grammar lesson for today will be past simple tense. Here we have simple tense form, subject, the verb in the past, then complete the sentence. Okay, before we check example, let's see this timeline. Now, present, it's today. Yesterday was past, and tomorrow will be the future. We have 2 kinds of verb. Regular verb, we just add to the verb ed. And a irregular verb, we change the verb to other word. For example, see in the past saw, go in the past went, and so on. Okay, let's take this example. They, a subject, lived, a verb with ed, in Riyadh, the complement. They lived in Riyadh. In the past, they lived in Riyadh. Okay, how we can make a question in past simple tense? We have 2 kinds of a question, WH question and yes, no question. Question word, or did, and the subject, then verb. At the end, we complete the question. For example, here, where, question word, did, subject they, verb live. Where did they live? Where did they live? The answer will be sentence. They lived. They lived in Riyadh. The verb in the past. We start with subject, the verb in the past, and complement. They lived in Riyadh. Okay, the sentence affirmative. What about the negative one? We add didn't. We add didn't. Okay, for example, they didn't live. They didn't live without ed. They didn't live in Riyadh. They didn't live in Riyadh. Okay, another kind of a question, yes or no question. We start with did, then subject, then verb in infinitive, then complete the question. For example, did they live in Riyadh? The answer will be yes or no. The answer will be yes or no. Yes, they did, or no, they didn't. Okay, if a verb ends with e in the past, just add d. For example, love, loved. We added just d. If the verb ends one of these letters, double s, cha, sha, x, k, or t, or another letters like them, we added ed. For example, watch, we add ed, watched. If the verb ends with y, it changes it to I. For example, study, this verb ends with y. In the past, y changed to I, and we add ed. For example, study, studied. Okay, take this note. There are 3 ways to pronounce ed that depends on the final consonant sound. Id, t, da. If the verb ends one of these letters, t or d, we pronounce ed, ed. Like wanted, need, needed. And we pronounce ed, t, if the verb ends one of these words. For example, helped, locked, fixed, voiceless. And we pronounce ed, the, if the verb ends one of these letters. For example, cold, cleaned, enjoyed, amazed, voiced. Is it clear? I hope that. Now we have in our evaluation this question. Make yes or no question. We start with did. Then subject they. Did they? Then verb work. Did they work in an office? The answer will be yes or no. Okay, take this example. Did you enjoy your vacation? Yes, I had a great time. I relaxed. I didn't do any work. Okay, what about with the second point in our grammar section? Be born. Be born means when and where you born. We start with subject and be, was or were, born, and complete the sentence. I was born in Syria. Okay? They were born on June 21st. Okay, here we have subjects he, she, I, was. We, they, you, were. The third point in our grammar, expressions with the passive. We use these expressions with the passive in stories about people's past. For the passive in the past, for the passive in the past. We start with subject, was or were, verb in past participle, then complement. For example, John was raised in past participle from raise. Raised in the mom. John was raised in the mom. John was raised in the mom. Another example, the team was called the Lions. His parents were married in Tabuk. He was educated in private schools. Get it? I hope that. Now make a sentence about yourself using this phrase, be born. I was born in Jeddah. I was born in Jeddah. Now let's go to use to. You use to for past habits and states. For example, affirmative. Sentence with used to. When she was little, she used to play with toys. She used to play with toys. What about the negative one? I didn't used to play video games. There is no ed here. So I didn't used to play video games. I didn't used to go with them. I didn't used to play Sunny. Okay, how can we make a question with used to? Take this sentence, she used to play with toys. We start with did. Subject, then use to without d. Did she used to play with toys? The answer will be yes and no. Yes, she did. Okay, here we have another kind of a question, WH question. We start with question word, what, then did, subject, used to without d, verb, then complete the question. What did you use to play with? The answer will be a sentence. I used to play with toys. Now read the answer, then write WH question. Answer is Ali used to live in the country. Can you help me to make a question? WH question. Yeah, we start with question word. For example, here Ali used to live in the country, place. Let's start with where. Where did Ali used to live? Where did Ali used to live? Question word, did, subject, used to, and the verb. Is it clear? I hope that. At the end, today we'll learn a lesson and discuss some story of different people in the news, talk about past actions related in your life, and in grammar we used simple past tense, yes, no questions, short answers, and information questions. We learned expressions with the passive, and we learned how to use used to, affirmative and negative structure, and how we can make a question. At the end, we learned how to use time expressions for the past. Now I have to thank all of you for watching and listening. This is Bushra Sabi with you. It's time to say goodbye. See you later in another lesson, inshallah. Bye for now.